We've all thought about which video game we would love to live in if we were given a chance. I want to be a Pokemon trainer. I want to be a farmer. I want to explore and go on an epic adventure to slay.
I desire to awaken as a tarnished, one that will be met with challenges greater than Sisyphus. For I shall claim victory not due to my circumstance, but due to the burning desire in me to claim my rightful place atop the throne and rule over the lands that the heavens have forsaken.
Yeah, that's great and all. We're here to talk about nightmare scenarios. Games you wish you could wake up from, because every day there is probably a living nightmare. So here are some games I thought of that would probably genuinely make me tweak out. Usually being able to rewind time and have a do-over would be a great power to have, but in the world of Returnal, it doesn't give me any sort of excitement. So you crash land on an unknown alien planet with no memories. That situation right there, most people would throw in the towel. But some unknown power just says no and keeps sending you right back to the beginning no matter what. So your only option is to go deeper, or you're stuck here for the rest of your life. So this is one of those situations where not even Bear Grylls himself stands a chance, let alone a bot like you. But I know someone's out there to say like, not me though, I'll win. But you have to really think about this. You have to fight your way through hordes of alien enemies, and some of these dudes are throwing real anime level threats your way. And if just that thought alone doesn't scare you, let me ask you, could you willingly let a parasite latch onto your body just for the chance of getting a power up? Because otherwise, you might just be running away with the bubonic plague on you now. And that's just for your body. You have to think about your mind as well, because you have to repeat this until you get it right or get lucky enough to even make it past to the next section. Otherwise, no time is passing by, meaning you're getting sent back to day 0, minute 0. And it rewinds everything except your mental, so your body's not gonna break first. You're definitely taking some mental damage. That's also not taken into account if you somehow get stuck somewhere and you physically can't move anymore. You'll just be a statue that can't even restart. At that point, it's GG's. This one doesn't seem that bad because it has a simple flaw, but trust me, you still don't want to be in this universe. In Catherine, you have these nightmares, and in them, you have to climb a tower of blocks and survive each night. And if you die in the dream, you die in real life. Now, I'm going to spoil a big part of the story, so if you've never played the game, I suggest you do, because it's actually a really fun story with a bunch of different endings. Anyway, the thing that causes you to end up in these nightmares is cheating, or just being unfaithful to your partner. Basically, it's a hell for cheaters. Specifically, cheating men. And there's a whole reason why it's only men, but I'm getting off track. So obviously, the easiest way to survive here is to not cheat. The problem is, apparently every man in this game has cheated one time or another for some reason. There is no man spared. Apparently, if you are in this universe, you have cheated before. They all have a story and regrets, but every dude has done it for some reason. Some of the guys you meet in the game would very easily cheat on their partners, just by the way they talk, but still, even the seemingly normal guys all have some lapse in judgment with their partners and had some type of affair. There is an exception though. There's only one guy we meet in the whole game that hasn't cheated, and the only reason why is because he's never been in a relationship. If you're a lonely man out there, I'm not gonna lie, this is your time to shine. You'd probably do well in this world. Otherwise, if you somehow get dropped into this universe, you're either a supervillain of a dude, you get tempted very easily, or maybe you're just stuck in a crappy relationship and you're afraid to leave. Either way, you got your work cut out for you no matter what your gender is in this world. You hear a sound outside in the middle of the night. You wake up and look out your window and you see this. Yeah, I'm not doing it. 999. This game is probably the worst one to get stuck in, because not only do you have to be good at problem solving, you have to be good at math. If not, you either have to be a super genius, or maybe even like Jigsaw himself to figure out these type of puzzles. To start, you're kidnapped and placed into an abandoned ship. Here, you're stuck with 8 other people, all with bracelets on. The gist is that you have to escape this sinking ship within 9 hours, and the only way to do that is through a door with the number 9 on it. Now stay with me here, because this is where things get really complicated. Like I said, everybody has a bracelet on, and that bracelet has a unique number to it. And also, to go along with the bracelets, there are even doors scattered throughout the ship with different numbers on it. To open these numbered doors, you have to have the right amount of people to make the number on the door. And to make the number on the door, it's all based off of a system called digital roots. Honestly, it's a lot easier to explain it if you just see it. So this right here is the 5 door, and it needs a digital root of 5 to pass through it. So out of the 9 people, you have to have a combination that makes up a digital root of 5. For example, take the bracelets 9, 1, and 4. 9 plus 1 plus 4 equals 14. And then you break that 14 down into 1 plus 4, and now you get the digital root of 5. It's simple but complicated all at the same time, because now you have to figure out digital roots for each of these doors while working with people you don't even know. These people could have any sort of intentions and you would never know until it actually happens. Also, with the stress of a life or death situation, you don't know who's gonna really cooperate with you. And did I forget to mention that you also have a bomb in your stomach? So if you break certain rules on the ship, or you maybe get a little bit too rowdy, you get a fat boy to your chest.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Honestly, this looks like one of those games that you just aren't meant to survive. Because the only way you can beat this game is you have to either get really, really lucky and have the right combination of people for the doors, but also know passwords and such for other doors down the line. The only other possible, air quotes, way to win is knowing the future. If you played these games before, you know how crazy and how much of a factor time plays into these situations. For that reason alone, I know there's no doubt in my mind anyone is surviving this. And because of that, it might just make it the worst one on this list. If it comes down to it, I might just have to go down with the ship, because I'll be damned if I have to go through half of the stuff they did. So, if one day I'm transported into one of these games, and I don't know, you happen to be playing it and you see me, go ahead and delete that save file for me, big fella.